Okay, it's recording. I've been asked to make a video discussing my spinal fusion surgery, which was now just, I think, 13 months ago now. My general experience with having scoliosis. It's kind of appropriate since my back's really hurting at the moment, so I'll make this now. Right, I've got some questions. The first one I have is how did having scoliosis affect your everyday life? Well, I just felt tired, like I was constantly in pain. Like I had it undiagnosed for about 6 years. Just thought the back pain was to do with growing and associated with the fact that I was, going through puberty, and I thought it was just growing pains, and that's what my mum put it down to as well. But yeah, I just felt exhausted all the time, and the back pain obviously wasn't good. And also I used to find that people at school, like, I didn't think anything of it at the time, but now looking back it's obvious why. Used to comment that I'd be walking lopsided when I was holding my bag. Like I never used to believe them, but obviously it was true because one shoulder was lower than the other. Can you put into words just how much of a difference the surgery has made for you? I would say I can't put it into words, but it has literally changed my life, because my lungs were so crushed and my heart was so crushed by my twisted rib cage that I was finding it hard to breathe. I'd constantly have heart palpitations, and that made me feel sick and felt like I was going to pass out. So, and obviously my posture's amazing now. Everything's just good. It has changed my life, it really has. How long is your scar? I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's about 18 inches long down my spine. Has your scar faded a lot? Yes, unfortunately it has. It's kind of like skin colour now, and I only say unfortunately because I absolutely love it, and I went through a lot to get that scar, so I love it. How much pain were you in after the operation? Without trying to put anyone off of having the surgery, I was in the worst pain I've ever experienced in my life, and it wasn't my back that was hurting, it was my shoulder blades, because when my back had literally been clamped open and my shoulder blades had been clamped out of the way, the pain was just unbearable. It was horrible. Even on all the pain medication I was on, it was awful. But anyone watching this who may be getting the surgery or is considering it, don't let that put you off, because it's so worth it. Like, I can't explain it. It's a long recovery process and it's a very painful process, but it changes your life. How long did you wait for the surgery? I was waiting nearly 9 months for it, actually. It got cancelled a few times due to unforeseen circumstances. I was waiting quite a long time, but it was worth the wait, I suppose. How did you find out you had scoliosis? Okay, right, basically the pain had been getting really severe. This was in September 2010. Pain was getting really, really bad, and one day I was going out to the shops in the summer. I had quite a tight t-shirt on, and my mum said to me, "Oh, you've got a hump on your back," which is obviously my rib hump at the back, like where my ribs are sticking out. And I didn't believe her. Like, to me, I was going like that, like, oh no, everything's normal, because that was what I thought your body was meant to be like. That felt normal to me. So yeah, that and then we ignored it for a few days, thought nothing of it for a bit. One night I was absolutely crying my eyes out in pain, like I couldn't breathe properly or anything. So my mum said, alright, okay, we're going to take you to A&E, because previously my GP had told me that I had a kidney infection and that hump was fluid. So my mum went to take me to A&E to get it drained off. Then they did a chest x-ray, found out that I had scoliosis, told me all about it. I was pretty scared. Yeah. What was the degree of your curve? I think right at the end, like just before I had my surgery, I think the curve got to about 62 degrees, I think. But when we first found out I had it, it was only 58, so it got pretty bad pretty quick. No, it wasn't. It was 52, not 58. Okay. Last 3 questions. How long were you in hospital? I was in hospital for 6 days, which, yeah, is really quick, but I was really determined to recover quickly and get home, so I was out pretty quick. Did you notice a difference straight away? Yes, I did, completely. Like, as soon as I woke up, the first thing I did, I was completely out of my head. I didn't know what was going on, I didn't know where I was. First thing I did was reach down to my ribs and smile because they were in line. I could feel they were flat and they were normal. So straight away I felt a difference and I could breathe, even though, because my lungs were so damaged, I was kept on oxygen the entire time I was in hospital, and they're still very damaged now because my surgeon didn't give me the right breathing exercises to do. How long after the surgery did you start walking? Okay, my surgery finished at, I think, about 1 o'clock in the morning on whatever day it was, Wednesday let's say, and by 10 o'clock the next morning my surgeon came round to get me out of bed and make me walk, which was very difficult. Like, I sat up, and where I'd had so many different drugs pumped into me to kill the pain, my head was just, I sat up and I was literally going like that. Like, I didn't think you'd actually do that, but I was doing that, and it took me so long to get my balance, and just taking a couple of steps felt like the biggest achievement I've ever made. Yeah, I think that's all the questions I've got. Let me refresh it. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, if there's any more questions about anything regarding the subject, I will answer them.